Hi, ladies. Today we're going to talk about our commission plan or our royalties plan. So, how we get paid. We have a lot of new people, and I'm getting a lot of questions about the comp plan. So, I want to go over this with you guys, and hopefully, by the time we're done, this is going to help you guys understand all the questions that you guys have, and hopefully shed some light on some of the complicated parts. If you are confused in any way, shape, or form on any of these, please let me know so that we can go over it again in more detail and I can make you understand it, because this is one of the most important things. If you don't understand how we get paid, then you're going to get frustrated and confused. So I need to make sure that all of you get it. If you don't, please let me know and I will explain it again and show you the pretty pictures. So this is in our back office. It is under commission plan. It is also in our new presenter's guide. I attached it at the very, very bottom of that wonderful document that I made from scratch. This little guide doesn't even come from Corp. I found out after that this lovely guide was made by my one and only adopted sponsor, Alicia. So, actually, sorry, it was Cole who made it. We got to give him credit for that. But everybody circles this around as if it's a Corp document, but I found out that it was Alicia and Cole that made it. So I feel a little bit special knowing the people who actually made this. So I want to talk to you guys first about Fast Start. So when you start your business, this is the first goal that you should ever have, is your Fast Start. Why? Because $250 US or $300 Canadian YCash is on the line. So you all have a Fast Start tracker in your back office. It will tell you how many recruits you have. It will tell you your PRS, and it will tell you that the date, how many days left you have to achieve your Fast Start. So Fast Start is $2,000 in personal retail sales or PRS. You need to sponsor 3 new presenters, and you need to do that in 90 days. Okay, that's going to give you 250 is US, so it's $300 Canadian, and then you get your little Fast Start charm. So $2,000 PRS. It's accumulative among the entire 90 days. So you don't have to do it in 1 month. Your $2,000 will accumulate throughout the thing. It is your personal purchases plus all of the purchases made on your website. So your parties, your customers, they all contribute to your $2,000 in PRS. So less than 10% of the presenters achieve it, but it is an amazing achievement. It's $300 bonus to buy yourself all of the makeup, or if you already have all of the makeup, then it's $300 to buy for cash and carry stock for yourself. That doesn't, you get to keep it for a whole year before you have to spend it. And the day that you hit it, you get your money, I believe you get your money within 3 hours, but don't quote me on that. It might be the end of the day. But for sure by the next day, your $300 in YCash is already there. So we begin the comp plan with our wonderful colors. So you get a charm at every single color. And when you hit elite green status, I don't want to tip this too much here. So these are all my charms. Okay. I'm running out of room. I have to put them in a shadow box. But when you hit green elite status, you get your Younique branded charm bracelet. See, you see that? So those are my charms that I started. So I earned my Fast Start charm is right there, my little gold star. And you just keep collecting the charms until you get to the end. I'm going to make some kind of shadow box with them. So when you get your kit, you get your white status charm in the box. But technically, you are not an official white status presenter until you get $125 in PRS and you get that little check mark in your back office. That is what we always shout out, that people are officially a white status presenter. Because when you first buy a kit, I know the charm comes in the kit, but until you've actually placed $125 PRS, you're just a kidnapper. You haven't actually qualified. So you don't, you're not an official white status presenter until you've qualified. Qualified is $125 in PRS. So until you, when you start at 20% commission. So we don't get a discount. We have to pay full price for our products, and then you get your 20% back within 3 hours deposited to your PayQuicker account. On your first purchase, you're going to get an email about PayQuicker. There is another video on this page about PayQuicker. If you have any questions about that, type PayQuicker in the search at the top and find that. So, what you want to achieve next is your yellow status. That is your first Y promotion, and that is your pay raise. So yellow status is $1,000 in PRS, and it never resets. There is no time limit to earn yellow status. You have all of eternity. Your money just keeps adding until you hit $1,000 in PRS. Once you hit $1,000 in PRS, you get a pay raise to 25%, and you always stay at 25%. Once you are yellow, you never, ever, ever go back down to 20. It's your raise for sticking it out, getting your $1,000, and being a true Y presenter. And it separates us between the kidnappers and the people that stick out and work their business. So your white status is 20% retail royalties. Your yellow status, you earn that when you hit $1,000 in PRS. This does not reset. This is just a cumulative total, and it doesn't matter how long it takes you to get to yellow. And then you get 25% retail royalties. These are the instant retail royalties that you get every time somebody purchases from you. If you hit yellow status right now, the next person who places an order, you are already going to get paid your 25% on your next order. From the second that you hit yellow, every order after that, you make 25%. But the little charm in your back office will not change until the 5th of the following month. So if you hit yellow status in February, it will not show that you were yellow status until March 5th when they update the payrolls and finalize all the promotions. Then they change all the colors. So yes, you are a yellow status presenter, but it will not officially show in your back office until the 5th. So don't panic. You are getting your retail commissions as soon as you can see under my achievements. It will say yellow status. If it says yellow status, you are good to go. You are getting paid your 25%. The other interesting thing about yellow is everybody resets to yellow at the beginning of every month. So once you hit yellow, that's where you reset to all the time. So you can never go back. You can never go to white. You can never go back down to 20. You stay at yellow forever. The beginning of the month. So I am an orange status presenter. That is my highest paid as status that I've ever achieved with Younique, but I do not get paid as an orange status presenter every month. On the 1st of the month, I am a yellow status presenter, and so are you. We all reset back down to yellow, and we have to re-earn our colors to get paid as every single month. So it is possible for me to be an orange status presenter, but get paid as yellow. If I don't sell the qualifications for pink, then I only make my 25% commission, and I stay there the whole time. I have to work myself, get my personal PRS. My team has to work in order to reattain all of my levels up to orange again. So that is an amazing thing about Younique. Your leaders have to constantly be leading by example and working. You can't just sit at the top and expect to collect your paycheck every time. You actually have to invest your personal retail sales too. So if I don't sell, then I don't get paid. So you have to constantly be working. So after yellow status comes pink. Pink and above, these are the levels that you make royalties on your team. So if you were a yellow status presenter and you have a team under you, you're not making any money off of them until you hit pink status, okay? So when you get to pink and above, on the beginning of the month, everybody resets back to yellow. So whatever, if you achieve pink in February, March 1st, you're back to yellow. You got to re-earn pink again, and blue and green and orange and purple and black every single month. So to achieve pink status, you need $250 personal retail sales yourself. You need $2,000 in company sales. That is you and everybody below you. Doesn't matter if you physically sign them up yourself or if they're under one of your teammates or under there. So they could be your kid, your grandkid, your great-grandkid. It doesn't matter. If they are on your leg, then they are contributing to your company sales. And you need one active first level presenter. So what that means is a first level presenter is your direct recruits. One of your direct recruits needs to qualify with 125 PRS in order for you to get that check mark. In your back office, there is a chart, and you need all of the qualifications down the chart. So you can't just go across. You need to have all of the qualifications down. So this is the commission royalties chart that you see in your back office. When you hit white, your 125, it'll be a check mark right here, okay? When you hit your $1,000 yellow, this will be a check mark here. Every month it will reset, and these two will stay lit up. So here for pink, you have 250 PRS, you have $2,000 in company sales, and you have one qualified first level presenter, okay? You need all 3 check marks in order to get paid as pink. If you have one, you're not pink. You need all 3 check marks, okay? You can have this one and this one. If you don't have this one, you don't get paid. All of these need to be checked in order for you to get paid as that status. If you don't have all 3 check marks, then you get paid whatever is full, okay? If you hover your mouse over these, it will actually tell you what these mean, in case you ever forget. So these are your levels. This is your PRS. This is your company sales. These are your personal recruits. These are your circle sales. And these are your first gen elites. These are all the qualifications that you need. Just remember that your chart has to go downwards, and you need all of the check marks in all of the boxes in order to get paid for that color. So don't call me and ask me why you're not pink if you only have one of the check marks. So when you're a pink status presenter, if you achieve pink and you have all those qualifications, you get 3% royalties on your team. So you make 3% commissions on your company sales for that month. So pink is $250 PRS. That is, you personally have $250 of PRS. You have $2,000 in company sales. That's you and everybody below you. And one of your direct sponsors is qualified for that month. You'll get 3% commission on your company sales, and you're going to get that money on the 8th, on Y payday. The reason why we don't get paid until Y payday is the month has to close, and they have to make sure that everybody's sales are legit, everybody is where they're at, everybody's levels have actually been achieved, and then they will give you your royalties. Now, don't worry about your Canadian versus US dollars. 3% commission is calculated on your PRS total. So that's in the US dollars, and then they multiply it by the Canadian peg rate, and then we get more money because it's Canadian. Okay, so don't worry. We've got that all figured out. You're not getting paid in US dollars. You're getting paid in Canadian dollars, and they tack on the extra 1.1% peg rate at the end. If you want to know anything about that, if you go to the international markets document, there's a peg rate calculator at the very bottom of the page. If you can calculate it, or message me and I can explain it to you. What I want to explain to you guys is company sales though. So company is everybody below you, but what it is it is 75% of your wholesale sales. Okay. So what that means is your total sales, then they take off the 25% commission that they paid to you, and the 75% that's left, that is your company total. So it is not $2,000 retail, it is $2,000 wholesale, taking off the 25%. If you want to figure out how much PRS you need to sell, you're going to take $2,000 divided by 0.75. You're not going to multiply by 1.25. Contrary to popular belief, that will get you close, but that is not going to give you your exact number. So if you are missing $150 in company sales, take 150 divided by 0.75. That is the number of retail sales that you're going to need, of PRS sales that you're going to need in order to achieve that. You have any questions about that? Let me know. Blue status is $250 PRS, that's you. $4,000 in company sales, that is you and every single person below you at 75% of the retail or PRS. You need 2 active qualified presenters that are your personal sponsors, and then you'll get 4% commission on royalties on your team. So that's pretty straightforward. Pink and blue are really simple. You need 250, you need 2,000 or 4,000, you need 1 or 2 people. Green is the first level of elite status with our company, and that is where you start making, you start branching off, and you're a leader. If you hit green twice, you get to earn your unified trip to Utah like I did, and you get your own team page, and you're recognized elite status, and you're part of the top less than 1% of our entire company. So for green elite status, you need to do $500 in PRS yourself. And you need to do $10,000 in company sales. That's you and everybody below you at the 75% of the PRS. You need $2,000 in circle wholesales, and you need 3 qualified first level presenters. The circle sales are something a little bit different. What the circle sales mean, I should explain to you guys on the chart. The circle sales here is everybody in your company except for whoever has hit green. So for example, I'm an orange status presenter. I got to orange because Michelle hit green. Okay, so when Michelle's team hits green, her team's sales come out of my circle, and then I have to have $2,000 left. Okay, I have to have $2,000 left in the circle from the company once Michelle's team hits green and comes out. Her team still counts for company sales always and forever. Every single month, every single one of you that is under me, there's 108 of us, all of your money goes into this company total here. But if somebody hits green, your total comes out for the circle, and then you have a different upline elite. If you look in your back office, it will say your upline elite is me. If you're on Michelle's team, your upline elite is her. So when you hit green, you are no longer in my circle, and I have to have this left once my greens are taken out. Okay. Another perk to green is at the end of the month, you don't make 25% anymore. See what that says? You make 30% commission. So you make 25% commission right off the bat, same as your yellows, same as your pink and your blue, after every single sale. But at the end of the month, when the month closes on the 5th and you've earned your green status and they're sure of your green status, you get an extra 5% on your PRS tacked onto your royalty check. So you make 5% extra in all of your PRS total, and you make 5% off your entire team. So green status is kind of a big deal because you can potentially make a lot of money doing this, especially if you're like me and you have very, very high PRS. At the end of the month, whatever my personal PRS is, I get an extra 5%, plus I get 5% of my company wholesales for that. So your circle and your first gen, this is where it gets a little bit complicated. You're going to make 5% off your circle royalties and 3% off your first gen. So when you have, I think I said company earlier. Anyways, I'm sorry, I'm confusing you. So you have $10,000 of company and $2,000 of circle that you need. If nobody else under you hits green, then everybody is still, your company and your circle are the same amount. So if I'm a green status and Michelle is not a green status, then this number and this number are the same because I didn't have any greens break away and become first gens. So that total is the same. So I will make 5% off my circle, which will be the same as my company. And I won't have any first gens. But if somebody else was also green and broke away, then I would get 5% of the circle once they're out, and I would get 3% off of their team. So you make a little bit less when somebody breaks away from you here because they got 5% on their team. So everybody gets a little bit of money. So this is me. This is my green, so that would be Michelle. This is Michelle's team over here. And I get, Michelle's first gen. I only get 3% over here off their team, but I get 5% off everybody else on my team who is not a green status presenter. So hopefully that was clear as mud. When you get to green and you're doing it, it totally makes sense. The reason why we don't get our 30% commission right off the bat is because we start at yellow every month. So I'm a green status presenter doesn't mean that I'm going to be paid as a green status presenter at the end of the month. So why should Younique give us our 30% right away? What if we don't earn it? They give us our 25% like everybody else. If you earn it, then you get your extra 5 at the end of the month, but they need to make sure that you've re-earned it and that, you're not just sitting there getting paid a bigger dollar amount and percentage and you're not working. So orange status elite, that's me, is $500 in personal PRS. If you achieve that at orange, you're going to get your 30 at the end of the month again. $20,000 in company sales. That's you and everybody below you at 75%. You need 4,000 circle wholesales. Circle wholesales means after your green comes out, you need $4,000 left, which means that Michelle's team, if they made up $15,000, if they made up $17,000 of this 20, because her team was on fire this month, I only have $3,000 left. I would not be paid as a green status or an orange status presenter. I need to have 4,000 left once her team splits away. You need 3 active first level presenters that are mine, and you need 1 green elite. Okay, so if you achieve that 1 green elite in order to be orange, you get 5% on your circle, which is this total here after they've come out. You get 3% on your first gen and 4% on your second gen. First and second gens mean greens. So your first gen is your first green. It does not need to be your direct sponsor. It can be anybody below you who hits green first. So Michelle is my personal recruit, and Jennifer is under Michelle. If Jennifer hits green before Michelle, then Jennifer is my first gen green, not Michelle. Whoever hits green first becomes your first gen. So it doesn't matter who you signed up under when you get to elite statuses. You work on first gens, and it's the first one to green. That's who counts on that. Now, obviously, Jennifer hit green first. Then she would be my first gen. If Michelle hit green, then she would bump Jennifer down. Michelle would be my first gen green, my first gen, and Jennifer would be my second gen. So she'd be my second generation of green. She'd be Michelle's first and my second. So I hope that makes sense. If you're looking at the little like family tree, this is what it would look like. This is me. So this would be Michelle, and that would be like Jennifer, right? So that's how that would work. So then this is Michelle, Jennifer, Stephanie, you know, all the girls here that are on her team. Obviously, they're way more. They're like, 20-some, 24 in her little leg now. And this would be Jennifer's recruits. See how that works? So the teams break down. This is everybody else who didn't hit green yet and all their recruits. So it doesn't matter if they're wide or down. If you haven't hit green, then you just stay at the 5. So I make 5 off these people, 5 off these people, 5 of these people, but you only get 3 here, and then you get 4 down here. So once you get down here and you have another breakaway, you start getting paid more % on your deeper levels. So at the beginning, it might seem like it's not fair that your first gen, you only get 3%, but trust me, they give you 3% off your first, 4% off your next, and then eventually you'll get 5 and 6 later down. So you want to build wide and you want to build deep. Okay. So you want to build strong across, have as many first levels as you possibly can, so you can make all of these tree branches. The bigger that your tree branches go deep, the more that you're going to make, and the more successful your business is going to be, because everybody in this chart contributes to your company sales, okay? But only the people who are not green contribute to your circle, okay? I hope that makes sense. Question, pop quiz time. How many levels can you get paid on in Younique? Is there a cap? Is there a max? No, there isn't. So it doesn't matter if you have 10,000 people down. Every single person contributes to your company forever. It doesn't matter if they break away. They just become your gens. You get paid on every single person always. As long as you're maintaining your personal PRS, you have your circle in your company sales, every single person contributes to that. So it's really, really important to build your team strong, because everybody is on the same team and we all go into one giant pool. Okay. So, purple status is, it's an exclusive status present. So green and orange are elite. Purple is exclusive, okay? For purple, you need $500 PRS. You get your 30% commission. 5 of that coming at the end of the month. You need $40,000 in company wholesales. You need $6,000 in your circle once your green gens fall out. You need 4 qualified first level presenters that are your personal recruits. You need 2 first gens. So you need 2 greens. But, yeah, for gens, they don't need to be your direct sponsors, right? Your gens just need to be your first two gens to hit green that are not in the same leg. If you do that, you get 6% on your circle. You make 3% on your first gen, and you make 4% on your second gen. Then we get into the almighty black status. Purple, by the way, guys, this is what we're working towards as a team right now. See how scary that is? $40,000 in 1 month. This is my goal. Put that up on my wall. Future black status leader. That's what my shirt says today. This is the almighty goal for the end of November. Purple by convention, black by November. That is our team goal. That's why I wear this shirt. And I know we can do it. We have the people. We're going to build strong, and this is what we're going to achieve. That's really not that hard. Black status, $500 in PRS. That is all you need to personally sell at the top level is $500. I personally think that's a little bit too low, but that's the way it is. So that's what it is. You need $500 of PRS. You'll make your 30% commission again. You need $80,000 of company wholesales. You need $10,000 in circle sales after your greens fall out. You need 4 active first level qualified that are your recruits. And you need 4 first gens. Then you make 6% on your circle, 3% on your first gen, 4% on your second gen, and 5% on your third. So see, once you get to black status, you have more levels. You get paid more money on the lower levels of your team. So hopefully that makes sense. If you guys are confused in any way, shape, or form about PRS versus retail or company versus circle, or retail versus, company, comment, message me. I want you guys to understand it. So if you have any questions or need any clarification, let me know so I can do another video and explain it to you. Thanks, guys. Have a good night.